Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, the brand new Tesla Model Y non-launch, not the launch series, the non-launch Juniper refresh Model Y has been spotted and has started production at Giga Texas. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And if you want to send me a direct message, you can do that at the Patreon app down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. So breaking, the non-launch series Model Y has been spotted and appears to be in production at Giga Texas factory. We don't know if it's starting production in the Fremont factory, but I would imagine it is also has to be begun production as well. We can see some of the pictures here, some of the screenshots from Joe's drone videos. You can see what we can piece together here is that some of the pictures zoomed up, it does not have a launch series badge and only has the dual motor badge on the back of the vehicle. And so I would imagine, if the Tesla vehicles, if the launch series has been sold out at this point, if Tesla completely sells out of the older Model Ys, like the legacy Model Ys, then we could easily see some sort of non-launch launching in the near future. Do we dare even say maybe even tomorrow? Let us know what your thoughts on this are, because typically Tesla likes doing things on Thursdays. Tomorrow is a Thursday, but I've been against this because I really feel like they're not going to do anything by the end to mess up like the end of the quarter for Model Y sales. But if Model Y is completely sold out for the legacy Model Y, maybe this could be a change for the brand new Model Y, and it could be released for the non-launch version. But here's my theory on this, and here's why I feel like what could potentially happen if it launches tomorrow, because I still feel like there's a good amount of people still waiting for their older Tesla, for their new launch series Tesla. But maybe it's only categorized to some people that maybe they have like white interior, or they want like a red exterior build, or maybe some other colors. I feel like Quicksilver, they were quick to deliver all of those. I see a lot of white ones as well, and also stealth gray. So if I put on my conspiracy hat here, and what might happen if the non-launch actually gets released, maybe it will launch in colors that are not in the existing launch series at the moment. But I guess let me take a look at these pictures again, and we can take a look here. But no, actually, if we look at all these, we've got red, white, stealth gray, and also the Quicksilver. So I guess that wouldn't make any sense, because I was going to propose like maybe Tesla could release the non-launch, but it would be in like the black color or the blue color, because that's not necessarily part of the launch series at the moment, and that would kind of separate. Or maybe they would open up like the non-launch to have only the black interior, because it wouldn't make sense if they're them to put on like the white interior, because a lot of people missed out with the launch series with the white interior, and they might just convert from their launch series black interior to a non-launch white interior. But certainly very interesting to see what has been going on with all the different vehicles on the Model Y launch series. And so let us know, what do you think is the prediction for when this could be actually happening? Could it be tomorrow? I don't think it's going to be tomorrow, but at the same time, you never know with Tesla. They could easily roll something out where they open it up and they just say, hey, we need to sell vehicles no matter what. We need to open up that order book and pipeline to ramp up orders. And now that the Giga Texas factory and maybe the Fremont factory has already converted, then maybe they are going to be looking to switch already. I think I saw a post earlier where also Model Ys were spotted at the Fremont outbound lot as well. And so certainly both factories might have already converted at this point, and we could easily see some sort of changeover for the new Model Y non-launch. And so the question next is, when is this going to happen? And after that, the next question is, what's the pricing going to be for some of these new Model Y non-launches? Is it going to be that $46,990, $45,990 with all the different news that's happening right now? Maybe that tax credit, the $7,500, is staying around. Maybe if it disappears, Tesla doesn't need it because maybe the competition is going to have to raise their prices. It it is going to be a very interesting climate. But what I can take from all this, it might not mean that deals are going to get better if the competition has to raise their prices as well. And so I'm not sure it's good news for people that are looking to buy a good deal on a Tesla, and it might actually just be good news for like Tesla shareholders and other things like that. But in other news, if you're looking to get your Model Y and you just got it, Tesbros now has a PPF kit, a full frontal paint protection film DIY kit that you can buy, save thousands of dollars, and install onto your Model Y yourself. So definitely check out Tesbros DIY PPF kit down below in the description. The link down below in the description, and use our promo code to save some money and support the channel and as well. And don't forget to pick up a set of all-weather floor liners as well, because your Tesla Model Y or any Model 3 or brand new vehicle is not going to have a set of all-weather floor mats. So definitely check out the set by 3W liners that we recommend down below in the description. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. When do you think the new Model Y non-launch is going to be released? It could be very, very soon, especially because the Model Y has been sold out, or at least the legacy Model Y is completely sold out. So it's almost like they're being forced to just release the non-launch, because Model Y buyers at this point have nothing to buy. But even though, I don't know, I put on my conspiracy hat a little bit, because Model Y inventory, I mean, right now it was sold out, but last night I saw like 3 of them, and then I've been getting, like, when I refresh it, I see a little bit where like a couple vehicles show up and then it sells really quickly. So maybe there is a much more demand for this vehicle at the moment. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. And yeah, this is the post I saw earlier where the Model Ys, the non-launch versions, were spotted at the Fremont, California factory outbound lot as well. And so maybe these are ones getting shipped to the dealership lots to be sold, or maybe, I mean, I guess it would make sense that these are being shipped to the dealership lots for staging inventory so that they could ramp them up and then sell them once they open it up and they do a quick delivery right after that. I guess that can make sense. But I guess if you are waiting for a Model Y non-launch, be ready by your computer, because I can imagine ordering for these Model Ys could be opening up very, very, very soon. And that would be, and I feel like there's a good run on these as well. But shout out to Big Balls FFC. I'm going to be super bummed if I pick up a Model Y launch with black seats tomorrow, and then they have Model Ys a couple weeks later for a lower price with white seats available. And I really feel like that could be a massive risk. If you're buying launch series right now, we're pretty much on the cusp of the changeover, and I could easily see Tesla. I mean, Tesla's got to do what they need to do for volume, inventory count, sales, and everything. And so that could easily be the case. So if you're worried about that, I would just not take delivery of the launch series and just wait and see what actually happens. In this next topic, Tesla Model Y inventory has gone down to 0. Frequently, if you go to different inventory websites across the nation, you'll see a screenshot like this. Brandon posted this artificial scarcity by Tesla, hiding inventory and not showing immediately what's available for the new Model Y on the inventory page. Speaking to how you can still get a launch series in inventory, and there's a way to actually see the inventory for the launch series, but when you go to the Model Y page, you see nothing. So they're literally hiding it and putting it in different areas. But taking a look at our inventory tracker, we see that at least from Model Ys being posted to Tesla's website, they are down to 25 vehicles posted online, which is absolutely insane. And so let us know, do you think Tesla has completely sold down to zero, or do you agree with Ian here? Betcha Tesla is holding tons of legacy Model Ys to sell the new Model Y in a few weeks. Legacy inventory will come back. I'm not sure if I agree with this, because I do kind of feel like a lot of people have been really thinking that that $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 off discount, plus if you're using a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, maybe even 10,000 plus, is actually a great deal. But part of me does feel like maybe they'll put back more legacy inventory and they're just making it go down to zero, because when I was refreshing the website last night, I commonly saw vehicles pop up and then they would disappear pretty quickly, and maybe they would release more and then they would disappear pretty quickly as well. But I did drive by my local Tesla store and their showroom inside was completely empty. And so maybe Tesla has done a great job of selling all these different vehicles, their Model 3s and their Model Ys, down to absolutely zero. So let us know, did you feel like the incentive this quarter was a great incentive, or are you waiting till the next one, which could be the next end of quarter two? But let's jump into the live stream comments. Dobstress, thanks for coming in. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Jack, April 2nd feels good to order release, but imagine we could get a non-launch delivery at the end of April with all this pre-production. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, who's to say, just like how there's Foundation Series Cybertrucks with a discount right now and an incentive, who's to say launch series could get an incentive shortly as well? Gordon, buy Tesla stock. Yeah, I mean, certainly with everything that's happening right now, it does appear to be in favor for Tesla. Dobstress, I need that black, BB. Yes, 100% black would be nice as well. And maybe that's the next Model Y we get in a black color, because, you know, performance is coming out later this year as well. That could be super nice. Joe Star, I like the long range badge more than the dual motor one. What do you think? Really, I don't like any of the badges. I want to debadge them all, but I do like the launch series. I think that's kind of cool. It's different, and it's almost like, what is this thing that you're seeing? Baked Beans 4/1, April 1st. So that's when you think the non-launch could be coming out. I mean, that could be pretty sick and literally around the corner, because I mean, we've got the end of quarter ending on Monday, and then Tuesday is April 1st. But we'll talk about at the end of this which day I personally think it could be happening. What's happening with all those parking lots full of Tesla we keep seeing all over the country? Miss J, I mean, the kills still could be the factor, but a lot of those are like staging lots. They need to put those inventory in certain areas before actually delivering them. But it's a good point. Like, maybe I'll swing by my local massive delivery center to see if there's tons of inventory there, which maybe not is what maybe we want. That might not be the case. Joseph, I think March 27th prediction may come true. I mean, March 27th is a Thursday, which is tomorrow. I mean, if it comes out tomorrow, that would be absolutely insane, because Model Y launch series just started deliveries in the first week of March, and for it to only last, what, 2 to 3 weeks, that's pretty bad on Tesla's part. But I mean, hey, they got to do what they need to do to get all that revenue. Steven, think there'll be any accessories to protect the black plastic piece on the rear bumper of the Juniper? I can see that piece getting strapped up easily when loading items in the rear. That's a good point, but certainly, I mean, I bet they're going to release some sort of PPF. I bet Tesbros already has some sort of DIY PPF kit for that rear, because yeah, plastic black definitely scratches easier than paint. 007, I'm glad I didn't wait for Juniper Model Y. My Model Y performance ride isn't as bad as people made it out to be, or maybe I'm just used to my stiff sedan. Saved over $10,000 and still prefer the curvy body style 2025 Tesla Model Y. I mean, at the end of the day, 007, I agree. Going for the deal, the biggest discount is always going to be the better play, and then just patiently waiting until the newer body style gets a discount, gets an incentive, because it always happens. It's an endless cycle with really Tesla and all brands at this point. MD, what makes the 3W liner mats better than the rest? It's a good question. So I've had all of them. I've had 3D Mats USA, Amazon ones, tons of Amazon ones, Tasmania ones, and all of them. And there's really different levels to all of them. But 3W liners, I really like the material feel. I kind of compare them to like another brand like Weather, one of those types of brands, but they also have like a hybrid version where you can do like carpet and the all-weather matte liner as well. And so definitely, if you use our promo code Dennis down below, you can save 25% off, which puts these in lines with some of the cheaper prices that I've seen from floor mats as well. And so these are my best set. In fact, I've got them on our Model 3, Model Y, Model X, and also Cybertruck as well. Do you think I should wait for the new Model Y rear-wheel drive? Because I'm about to get the Model 3. Well, if you've got 0% on the Model 3, that's a fantastic deal. And you're probably not going to get any sort of 0% deal on the Model Y for a long time. So I would say just go ahead and get that one because it has 0%. In this next topic, two Tesla killers have entered the chat. We've got a new Nissan Leaf. I mean, this is one of the first electric vehicles to come into the US market, and now we are back with a 2026 Nissan Leaf. And don't get me wrong, I do like my Tesla vehicles. We exclusively drive Teslas. Once you're in the eco space, Teslas are great. But at the same time, we do have to keep an eye out there to see what the competition has, because some of the competition is coming on strong. And so this one is now the 2026 Nissan Leaf. And there's another vehicle right after this that actually has a technology that might get me pretty excited about that second EV. But here's the first one. A Nissan Leaf will arrive in the US in the first 12 months. And I mean, the styling, if you're looking for a cheap commuter type of car, maybe it's not that bad. It almost looks like Model Y-ish, so maybe even a little bigger at this point. It seems like this is some sort of pre-concept, so we don't have any sort of stats after that. But here's another electric vehicle that's got me pretty excited. This is the Lexus all-electric RZ. And what's big with this one, because this is another electric vehicle that is coming with steer-by-wire. You can see with this interesting steering wheel that they have, that's almost similar to like that rectangle on a Cybertruck, that once you have steer-by-wire, it makes any sort of SUV a lot smaller and way easier to drive. On top of that, we've got 300 miles as well, plus different charging improvements. And more importantly, it's a Lexus, so suspension. You know me, I do like my suspension to be nice on electric vehicles or any vehicle. And so I can't wait to check out one of these when they actually roll out. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. RC, man, I'm going to have to rewind this one too. No, thank you, RC. Thanks for the support and everything. But if you're just joining in, welcome. We have now spotted non-launch series Tesla Model Ys in both the Gigafactory, Texas, and also the Fremont, California factory. So there is a imminent launch at this point, I would imagine, for the new Model Y. And I would also imagine the ordering pages, the ordering books for the new Model Y, the launch series will be coming out very soon. So if you're on the sidelines, it could be tomorrow. Maybe it could be next Monday. It could be a week from now. Who really knows at this point? But one thing is for sure, once it gets announced, we'll try and get on as quickly as possible. Mrs. J, I don't believe Tesla's numbers. Which numbers do you not believe? Dapstress, I'm kind of shooting myself for not locking in a 2025 long-range Model Y for $350 a month last week. I'm tripped up, but on the smoother ride from Juniper, I'm still holding out. Yeah, Dopstress, no worries. There's going to be a deal on the new Model Y as well, and it might just take a little bit longer, maybe till the end of this year. What's up, Dennis? Would you recommend a roof sunshade for the new Model Y Juniper? Did you notice the new silver coating has made a difference? Yo soy Cristo. Yes, I 100% do. And in some of the videos recently that you guys have watched with our Model Y, with all the different vlogs that we're doing and getting tints and everything, you might have noticed that there was actually a sunshade at the top. We're actually testing them. My friend works for one of those Tesla park companies, and so we're just testing that for them to see the fitment and everything. And I'm kind of indifferent. It's not that hot yet, and certainly the roof with its 7x solar rejection is fantastic. It's so fantastic that our tint friend, that Jason, who runs OC Tint Solutions, immediately noticed a difference right when he sat into the vehicle. And so there's a big difference with the solar rejection roof. Jemmy, seems like launch edition is still a good deal if you want full self-driving and more than just bare bone trim options. Yeah, 100% Jemmy, you're right on the money here. Which, if you're brand new to Tesla and you want to try full self-driving and $8,000 isn't a lot for you, then yes, it is a fantastic deal. You'll be able to get into one of the better Tesla Model Ys, one of the latest and greatest ones, and you get to try out full self-driving, which actually is a usable technology. I used to talk smack about full self-driving a ton in the past, but now it is actually usable with the full self-driving techniques and everything. And so certainly if you're okay with paying that $8,000, because $8,000 is a lot of money, especially when the vehicle is what, 40 to 50K. That's what, 20% of the vehicle for full self-driving, but you really have to have a commute that's at least an hour plus a day for it to have any sort of ROI. Gregory, thanks for coming in. As of now, you can buy any other electric vehicle without paying a hefty tariff other than Ford and Chevy. What do you think this will do to the value of Tesla cars, both new and used, and upcoming deals? Yeah, 100%. And I'm going to let it settle a little bit on this tariff news. But from the looks of it, I mean, if you're a Tesla shareholder, this looks like good news at the end of the day. Is it going to have an effect on the Tesla market? I think it's going to have an effect on everybody else, which could cause people to go buy more Teslas, but then that might mean there's more demand for Teslas, which really means there's going to be less discounts, incentives, and deals for Teslas, because if more people want a Tesla because it's the cheaper option, that forces Tesla to not do any sort of discounts, finance APRs, and everything like that. And so I mean, if I were to put my like negative hat on, then maybe this could be the end of incentives. But I mean, there's certainly other manufacturers and everything that not all vehicles will get raised. But I think that's like what my initial thoughts on it are. Peter, I purchased a Model Y Juniper. Should I cancel and get long range? I mean, at this point, it's not confirmed yet that the non-launch has released. And so I would still wait it out a little bit before canceling your launch series Tesla Model Y. In this next topic, you should mark this date if you're interested in Tesla deals and everything, because in a week or so, Tesla is expected to release Q1 production and delivery results from the first quarter on April 2nd, or probably around April 2nd, which is actually what, in a few days from now. And so once this number is released, we will get some more insight on did they actually sell the numbers that they were expected to do and produce the amount of vehicles that they were expected to, or do they need a little bit more help to do that in Q2 or Q3? If they miss numbers, then that means more incentive, more deals, and all the different promotions will come on heavy and strong earlier in Q2. And so definitely once you hear about this, certainly this could give us some more insight for the next few quarters and also by the end of the year. Current expectations are for the vehicle delivery numbers of 360 units. That's worldwide, so not just US. Tesla will also release their Q1 energy storage deployment numbers as well. And so certainly if you're interested in figuring out if there's more deals, then certainly see how they did with the numbers and everything. And really, if you're a Tesla, anything, it might be an interesting day. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Do you think Tesla hit their number this month or this quarter for the first quarter of the year? Gregory, I didn't mean to leave out Rivian and Lucid. Well, the one thing is for sure that there's a lot of companies that have invested, a lot of automotive companies that have invested in US factories. And so I think I saw like a spread or a graph so far that, every manufacturer has some percentage of vehicles that are built in the US, some as high, 100%. That graph showed 100% for Tesla of vehicles built in the US, but like even Ford has like 70% of their vehicles built in the US. And so maybe it won't have that bad of an effect on some of the other brands out there. What about performance version? Mr. The Pilvi, thanks for coming in. Performance version is expected to come out in Q3 or Q4 of this year. Sizzle 7, $59,000 for a CPO to 2021 Porsche Taycan 4S with 35,000 miles, or a $60K Juniper launch. Ooh, that's a tough one for sure. Taycan 4S with CPO like that, you do get unlimited warranty, which is really nice, but it's only 2 more years after the first 4 year. I think I would go with, if this is your first electric vehicle, just jumping into it, probably the Model Y. If you're used to this, you've done a few electric vehicles, then maybe the Porsche Taycan. Because I don't even know what the range on that Porsche Taycan is. Probably like a little bit lower than the Model Y. Jerry, I was all set to buy a Tesla, and then Elon Musk gave his salute. No way I'll ever buy anything from that man. Sorry you feel that way, Jerry. Sawyer, the monthly sub to full self-driving is much more worth it in my opinion. Yeah, 100%. And that's why I say, like, unless you know exactly what you're getting, like if you're brand new to the Tesla space, $8,000, if $8,000 is a lot of money, which it is to a lot of people, I would not recommend an $8,000 package for full self-driving. I would say just jump in, get your feet wet with the $100 a month one, and then after a year or so, if you really love it, then go ahead and plunk that money down. But probably by at that point, you'll figure out the math that $100 a month is a better long-term one, and then you can get full self-driving, the $8,000 package, on your next Tesla after that, because it's a hefty investment at the end of the day. In this next topic, there was a bunch of Fisker owners that bought a $60, $70, $80,000 SUV and essentially got burned. And I really felt bad for a lot of those owners. I think my friend was one of them that got a Fisker Ocean. And really that vehicle, when they paid 60, 70, 80K, is worth maybe $10 to $20,000. But kudos to Fisker, or at least bankrupt Fisker, Rivian, and also Chase, to coming together and figuring out a deal for everybody that was affected by this. And it seems like there's three options for those Fisker owners. The first one is that they can sell your Fisker Ocean to Rivian at a fixed price, which it seems like it's their whatever they paid minus depreciation and other fees like that, which, I mean, you're getting some of your money back if you don't want that vehicle. Trade in your vehicle to Rivian at the same price and get incentives towards buying or leasing a new Rivian. So, I mean, you get to basically get into a nice vehicle, Rivian vehicle, and get value for your vehicle that you paid, because Fisker really has no support at this point. And so certainly it's an interesting one. Or number three, if your vehicle is completely dead, bricked, and can't be fixed, Chase will buy it back. And so really cool to see that even if you take a risk, even if you buy a vehicle from a company that has gone completely bankrupt, the lawyers got your back and they will figure out a solution for you. And so let us know. I'm curious if there's anybody out there that you've got a Fisker. Are you going through this purchase process right now? And how is that going with that? And were you able to get your money back? And what decision have you gone with? Whether it's exiting out completely, I imagine buying a Fisker has probably left a bad taste in your mouth with electric vehicles, or are you getting into a Rivian with the massive incentives and discounts that are out there? And if you are getting into a Rivian, don't forget to use a Rivian referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can save $500 or get $500 in credits for your Rivian as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Dabstress, I think at least then an extra $100 a month of full self-driving when I choose to have it on is the move. I think lease is the move because I don't want to get stuck with the old tech and they depreciate like crazy. Yeah, 100%. And actually, that's another good point you've made with the subscription with full self-driving. You can cancel it at any moment. And so that's a really nice feature. So if you know you're going to be doing a lot of road trips driving, you can turn on that subscription. When you're done, just cancel it and move on. People are fudding Tesla, so I bought stocks and decided to buy the car. Yeah, and so it is an interesting moment at this point because maybe you can invest in the stock like you've done, people have done in the past, and made more money. Vegas, I love my launch edition, and it's the first Tesla. Late 50s, tired of driving, full self-driving. Thanks, Vegas Raiders. And thank you for the tip there as well. Once you get used to full self-driving, it is definitely a nice feature. And congrats on your Model Y, your brand new Model Y that you just bought. 777, man, Tesla full self-driving is so good now. It's downright addicting. If you don't own a Tesla, then my car is better than your car. Yeah, 100%. I mean, once you get used to full self-driving, and just to think, there is tons of people out there that have no idea what full self-driving is, have never experienced it, or never will or want to because they don't trust it. And once, I mean, we're basically getting a lot of our time back when we're driving on full self-driving, and everybody else is still driving in the old way. And so it is very interesting, but maybe robo-taxis will change that perception with like Waymo and the Tesla robo-taxi and all the other ones that are out there. Maybe people will get more used to the vehicle that they're in or they're driving in, driving itself, depending on where they're at and everything. Now that you've ordered your brand new Tesla Model Y Juniper, it's time to take it to the next level. That's where our partner Jowua comes into play here. Jowua has everything you need, from phone mounts, mobile connectors, center consoles that I highly recommend to fit the new Model Y and every Tesla vehicle out there. And on top of that, you can use our promo code down below in the description to save even more money. And the best part is there's free shipping if you reach over a certain limit. My top 3 accessories that I recommend is a phone mount. It's super crucial, that can charge your phone. A center console is highly recommended as well because a Tesla does not come with it at all. And my newest favorite accessory is the invisible under mount sunglass holder area storage area that also has a camera mount as well. So why wait for Tesla to make these accessories? Get yours now at Jowua, link down below in the description, and save some money and support the channel while you're at it. Thank you to Jowua for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next video.